We made a ride down to Indian Creek, and it was not only really steep, which was okay, but when we got down the bottom it was pretty gnarly and a lot of thorn brush, a lot of rose hips, wild roses, a lot of thorns. We turned around and came back up to this camp spot. It's pretty nice up here on the hill. We had to walk down the bottom to get some water, but that's okay. It's a good spot to camp. Plenty of firewood, enough feed for the mules and horses. It'll be a good camp.
But there are people that like to buy it, so they trade for it.
The sun's gone down. Horses and mules have wandered off a little. So everybody's going out to gather them up. And we're going to tie them up and call it a night. We have a nice fire going. There's meat on the fire. We're enjoying the evening. It's beautiful. Full moon will be coming up in a little bit. Nice day. Long day in the saddle. Friday morning.
That's excellent.
Okay, call this one, Mike.
The one we rode up yesterday is Blue Creek. The one in the bottom down here is Indian Creek. It's a major drainage over here. Okay, we're on the move. We're just gonna go make a little scouting trip and look at some country and try to make it a nice easy day. Then we'll swing around and drop down into the Locust Grove where hopefully John, Dan, and Dave will make it this evening. made it down to our camp.
They like being pretty damn close to equal.
Now we'll get everything unloaded and get set up. Wait for the Idaho boys to come in.
Fairly tasty.
Well, that's true.
McDonald's likes them.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. You know, I don't recognize that kind of shit. I don't pay attention to my damn dog. Because I was Mike, you have anything I can top off the water with?
Well, we were hoping the other guys would make it in this evening, but it's almost dark and they haven't made it yet, so I think we'll be looking for them tomorrow morning. About time to put these critters to bed and call it a night. We stayed awake till about 11 o'clock talking around the fire. Finally gave up on the boys and started getting everything ready to go to bed. About that time, up on the hill, we heard a lot of whooping and hollering. It was a happy camp. We were glad these guys arrived.
no rocks, no fuss, no muss.
That was one horny guy.
That's not a good looking woman to be that persistent.
No, he bid. No, you. And I'm like, oh, I don't.
Oh, did you buy her?
Yeah, I bought her. And I thought, man, well, you know.
Been trotting ever since, huh?
No, and she was pretty. And dog, I mean, just do anything you want. But you get on her and you go backwards in the corral. I was against the fence. I hurt myself. But she just had that. Her first reaction. What it
can't believe how much this guy eats. That's all he thinks about the food. Never seems to pack on too much weight.
No, he's pretty. I think some of that's just the way he's built, maybe. Looking at him. Of course, FUB, he'll be there.
Of course. We step down up here on this point. Take us a little break. We're up above the Snake River. I haven't been here in about 8 or 9 years probably. Pretty spot. Pretty country in here.
Bullet.
Let me see your end.
That's the between the knots is going to become your nose band, so you're a little short yet.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
As soon as I saw that, I said, I was thinking, I bet that's the nose.
2 knots or 2 hands from those 2 knots. You're going to want another. You're going to want to end up with an overhand, but you're going to do it with all 4 strands. You're going to double your rope back and make 4, and tie an overhand. Right. This is where you could also put the Feodor if you know how to tie it. Or tie on, but it don't hurt a damn thing. In there. Now lay it out on your lap just like you're going to be putting it on a horse or a mule, and you got your nose band, and you're coming up to the throat. 9 inches up, ish. Okay, from the throat latch notch, 9 inches. I sorted that anyway. You want an overhand, just a
Coming down, he just finally said, you know what, I'm perfectly happy at the end of the line.
I saw you shift on. I bring it out and I'm going to cut it in half for him. That wasn't good. Ah, man, that's yours.
My dad bought a mule. His name was Jim.
Imagine.
No offense.
No.
But his name was Jim. Here's that mule, and he is literally hog-tied in ropes and bare, and his eyes are on fire, and all he's got free is his neck, and he reaches around and he's biting that bear on the snout. And I mean, he's pissed. He reaches down to pick up a hind foot on this mule. My dad wears glasses. And that son of a bitch cow kicked him. And he's really lucky because he just grazed him right along the temple. Broke his glasses. He's got a gash. And you know how head cuts bleed bad anyway. Well, this was bleeding like a stuck pig. And my old man's about an inch shorter than me when he was, before he got old and hunched over. So he ain't real big, but he's hot-tempered. You all right? Like, you know, if you aren't, well, you should be. And I'm going, well, I'm kind of dizzy. He goes, oh, that's all right. It's just a little shock. And he turns around and he goes to whirly-birding again and never, ever touched that mule. I wish Bob was here to help me out here. So, and they only have like 4 head of stock. So I told To unload, untie, get them rolled over, picked up, repacked. Well, you know, it had been kind of a long day. They opened the doors of the pickup, and they'd been drinking. And both of them opened the door of the pickup, and they literally fell out and under the pickup.
And that's okay. Probably every generation says that. I don't know. I don't think they went through the Beatles and followed the Raiders and it was like good stuff. Really good stuff. And so is people have been really working on it. Kingsman. I praised that guy's house.
You did what?
I appraised his house.
You mean like recently? They're still around?
He lived in Crooked River Ranch.
Crooked River Ranch, are you kidding?
That far off distant sound. It rumbles and it grumbles and it shakes the prairie ground. Out across the great wide plains, as many as the stars. You cannot see their end and you cannot look too far. Their hooves are hard as iron and their horns are shiny black. Great tangled mops of shaggy hair upon their head and back. The lifeline of the prairies, the thunder of the plains, the existence of a people clinging to their manes. Mount up, boys, the captain calls. Each man sprang from where he sat. Each trapper grabbed his finest horse and left behind his traps. Today we'll not be wading streams and skinning beaver for the hats. We'll be risking life and limb, for there's Buffler on the Platte. Saddled up and ready, these men for danger born, headed out across the plains, chasing down a storm. The dust it rises to the sky and soon blocks out the light. Powder, ball, and prime, you best be setting tight. The sweat soon turns to mud upon the rider and the horse. Find a shaggy beast and set a reckless course. Daring men without a care, for shining times is fat. Ride hard, boys, the call goes out, for there's Buffler on the Platte. The pony knows just what to do as he closes up the gap. He comes in on the Buffler's right, he'll give and take no slack. And then as the trapper readies for the shot as he rides the rolling tide, the bull he feints a hook and the pony jumps aside. Horse and rider built as one, ne'er lose a step or stride. They close the gap and fire, boom, to pierce his hairy hide. A big lead ball that smashed the spine and sent him head for heel. And to a boiling cloud of dust, the mammoth takes a spill. He rolls and flails before the horse. The pony jumps the flying hooves. The rider takes it all in stride, all dangers understood. Pour powder from the horn and spit a ball straight down the bore. Find another shaggy beast and set another reckless course. High times in the mountains for the men who set the traps. Throw caution to the wind now, boys. There's Buffler on the Platte.
That's so good.
Mighty fine.
Mine is a little tin deal. I don't know if it'd be waterproof or not.
Well, it's Sunday morning. Time to start getting them loaded up, packed up, get down the trail. Been a great camp.